deep in the halls of Amenti, in Google's colossal cloud storage, an old video was found of a young woman named Make Fitness Easy. That was my channel back then, and I just stumbled upon some of my oldest videos. It's a story for another time, but basically, somehow, I stumbled my way into being one of the first people in what is now so lovingly called today YouTube Fitness. OG YouTube Fitness, if you will. Not because I was good, because I was early. And I put my vulnerable self up online because I desperately wanted to make something of myself. And eventually, I fractured my spine in 2018. And in 2019, I realized I would need to step away completely for a while to heal and to just give myself space. But I'll talk about that more another time, because I took these videos down, and over the last couple months, I've realized more and more that it's time for me to return, for me to reflect on the mistakes I made. Man, we have so many reaction channels nowadays, but people like telling the world what other people are doing wrong. I want to talk about what I did wrong. I want to be transparent about that. I want to reflect on my time on this platform with you, with you. So, I just I'm winging it for this video. This video is a test, so you're gonna have to let me know if you like it. Please do let me know if you like it. This is a test, so I just chucked the recorder on and live reacted to my second ever YouTube video. And if this series goes really well, I'll react to the first one, but it's just too awkward right now for me to even consider. And what I would like to do actually as time goes on is, like I said, talk about the mistakes I made, the ways that I changed, the things that a lot of the times YouTubers don't really want to talk about. This is why I had to give myself like 6 years away, while I healed, while I reflected on my time. And now I want to cash that time in and come back and share my reflections and connect with everyone. So let's send it. So here's the deal. I haven't watched these videos since I put them up. I didn't watch them when I privated all my videos. I simply decided I needed to leave the internet for a while, put everything on private, and that was that. So I thought it would be very fun to go ahead and go through some of these videos with you all. And by you all, I don't know if I mean my old subscribers. I don't know if YouTube will do a good job of reconnecting with me with my old subscribers, or if new people will find this, or if I will be posting into the void of the internet. I don't know how this is going to go, but that's kind of the fun part. I think I need to put this on unlisted so I can actually see the comments here, but I genuinely want to live react to this and just see how it goes and see if it's fun and see if it's worth making a series on. So let me know where you come from here. I don't know what to expect, but okay, we have the video unlisted, and oh boy, 14 years ago, January 21st, 2012. That is wild. Holy crap, this was me 14 years ago. Little baby Chelsea 14 years ago, when I would be nuking my hair, freaking straightening it every single day because I wasn't proud of my curls. And now, do you see what we got going on here? Do you see what we got? I've been working on a little something. And this is actually the first time I've worn my hair down consistently since back when I was straightening it. I went through a phase where I tied my hair up in a bun every single day for well over a decade. And the only reason in these videos that I had my hair down was I felt like I had to do it because that was the girly thing to do. So, yeah, very, very funny to take a look at this, but let's go ahead and get started here. Let's see what we actually got going on, Chelsea. So this is my fitness bucket list, and at the time, my name that I was going by was Make Fitness Easy.
Alright, hi guys, it's me again. I'm sorry to say that this isn't going to be a progress video, but I just had something happen to me earlier this week that I really wanted to share with you guys because it really got me thinking.
Okay. Oh, the voice. So, back when I was in high school and I put on a good amount of muscle when I started lifting because I was a swimmer, a lot of people told me I was manly, so I tried so hard to make my voice sound higher pitched artificially, and that, along with upping the pitch on the YouTube videos, was the my solution here. So this is gonna be very cringe to listen to. I don't know if you guys find this as cringe as I find it, but
On Tuesday when I went to class, our professor had us start out the class by going up to the board and writing one thing that we had on our bucket list. Now, for those of you who don't know what a bucket list is, it's a list of things that are kind of just out there that you really want to do before you kick the bucket. You're dead! And anyway.
oh my god. I forgot I did that. But I can tell you, now that I remember that I did that, it was very cold in Pennsylvania that day. I was at my parents' house and I was like, I have to film this little bit for this YouTube video. Dad, I need a bucket. So I grabbed a bucket that was outside by, I think where we feed the cats is where it was. And I kicked the bucket and the bucket broke. And my dad was pissed. Just so you guys have some context. Definitely remember that now.
I kind of sat in my chair for quite a while thinking, like, wow, I have quite a few things on my bucket list that I really want to do, and quite a few things that I've actually already done that were all goals of mine as far as just things I wanted to do before I died.
Can you get the words out, Chels?
I don't know, it just really got me thinking, and I thought it would be cool to share with you guys some of the things that are on my bucket list. I do have some of the more common ones on my bucket list that I want to do, and I'm sure a lot of other people want to do too, but I think I have some more uncommon ones that I just wanted to share just for the heck of it, since I'm starting out this new channel.
It does go to show, you don't need to be super skilled when you're early to something, and I've had this trend in my life where I tend to be early to things, sometimes painfully early, but that's, I could talk about that in another video. That's wild to me. 15,000 views on this. In 2012. Damn. That's wild.
And I thought it'd also be a good way to just let you guys know a little bit more about myself. So, alright, number one thing on my bucket list. I do want to run a marathon, and I know that's one of the more common things that people say they want to do as far as a bucket list goes, but the thing with me is I've never really been a runner. I've always been a swimmer. I think the farthest I've ever ran without stopping was like 6 miles, and I was exhausted.
I mean, okay, let me actually think about this. Current me has no interest in running a marathon. I feel like I got this bucket list goal from somebody else because I've never really liked running, although maybe that's why I wanted to do it, was to challenge myself to something I didn't like. I would love to walk a marathon. That sounds fun. Down the road, actually, running a marathon could be a really good goal to set in place to get myself focused on really improving my gait, because my gait was never good. In cross country, which I did for a single season in high school, I busted my ass. And it was hilarious how much worse I was at running than I was at swimming, for example, because my upper body put on muscle pretty quickly, and your upper body is a very important part of swimming, whereas my lower body never really put on muscle as easily, and also my gait wasn't very good, and I would constantly have ankle issues. So, I mean, I'm not dead yet, so we'll have to see how this one develops. At the moment, it's not a focus of mine, though.
It took me like an hour to do, and it was just terrible. But I have decided as I've gotten into fitness that I do definitely want to run a marathon.
I also have a distinct memory in high school of trying my hardest in the physical fitness testing that we did to run a sub 8-minute mile, and it was very difficult for me. Eventually, when I was in cross country, I got down to 7 minutes flat, I think. I think. But the amount of effort I had to put in to get that mediocre at running just was wild, so.
And I actually just bought these new running shoes.
I like those shoes a lot. Those
as
are
motivation
awesome.
to get in shape, and I love these shoes so much. But I'm hoping these suckers will kind of get me into shape and
yeah,
help
the
me do
shoes
my
are
marathon.
gonna do it.
Second thing on my bucket list that I really want to do. I really want to do a Tough Mudder. And
also something I've not done.
I'm sure a lot of you don't know what a Tough Mudder is. It's basically a really effing long obstacle course.
Really effing long.
I think they're like 11 miles long, or at least the one around here is. It's basically like a Spartan race, and you like climb.
I like how I'm not good at doing long distance things, and my first two things are like, I'm gonna do these two things I'm really shitty at right now, which I guess is good because you're pushing yourself to get better in the things that you're weak in. But this is just so funny to me. Oh my god, I don't know. I guess maybe Tough Mudders were the things that were popular back then, and that's where this was coming from. But it's so funny to look back at this.
Through pipes that are filled with, like, mostly with water. You climb walls like they do in the army, and like all this different crazy stuff. I know the one around here that's coming up in like May has, at the end, it has a like a electrified barbed wire thing at the end. It's just really intense, and I think it'd be
yeah, I just before I kick the bucket, I wanna do this thing where I climb around in the mud and I feel like I'm gonna drown in a pipe that's filled with almost water, and then I get electrocuted. That sounds fun. Good one, Chels.
be really, really cool because it's something that not a lot of people have done. I think way more people have done marathons than Tough Mudders because the marathon's just running, and this is
So I'm wanting to be unique.
just so much more than that. You have to be tough, like me. Tough. No,
Very tough. That was super convincing. Yep.
no, but seriously, I do want to do a Tough Mudder. Okay, third thing on my bucket list is I want to do an official MMA fight.
I'm gonna let me talk, but I know how this wound up, so that's why I'm already laughing.
I did karate for 9 years and got my 2nd degree black belt in Tong Sudo, so I've always kind of been into that type of thing, but recently I got into actual MMA, and it's really fun, and you get to wear these pretty awesome gloves, and it's just really cool. I think that would be another awesome thing to do before I kick the bucket.
Okay, so real talk. I really enjoyed the few years I trained MMA. I trained Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu for a couple years while I was in college, and really enjoyed it. It was fun, and I would actually love to get back into training those things. But I hadn't thought that far into the future, researched what it actually took to fight in these fights. And there came a point a few years into my training when I started talking about doing fights into the future. And it was mentioned that for various reasons you need to have different blood tests and things, of course, for safety as you're fighting. I'm terrified of needles. Like, fucking terrified. I get this thing called a vasovagal reaction where I pass out every time I need to get a needle. So I quit very promptly. I realized I wasn't going to be doing that, and I quit, and I started focusing more on bodybuilding. So I never did officially do a fight. I still definitely, of these goals that I've said so far, this one is definitely the one that's like, ooh, I forgot about that. That actually would be fun to do in the coming decades. Probably just once. And it's so interesting now. Actually, that's so interesting. The way that there have been YouTuber fights and things, that's not obviously the context I was thinking of here because that was not a thing back then, but I actually think it would be really fun to do that kind of a fight and just seeing what happens. That could be really fun. And martial arts in general for me were such an excellent way to deal with a lot of pent up anger that I had. I used bodybuilding and powerlifting for that too. And man, just striking things and just getting it all out really actually helped me a lot during these times because I had a lot of things that I was very angry about. And I'm sure it didn't seem it here because I was very suppressed in many ways. But gosh, this is actually making me want to get back into training. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, number 4 on my bucket list is I want to do some sort of fitness competition. Now, if you guys have watched my first video, you know, so far I haven't trained to get like a body for a competition. I've just trained for swimming. But now, once swimming is over, I do plan on trying to lose fat and get more of that type of a build. So I do think it would be really cool to do some type of fitness competition. I'm thinking it probably won't be bodybuilding. That's not quite my thing. But maybe one of the different levels of some type of fitness competition. I'm not really sure on that one yet, but that's kind of the most recent thing I've added to my bucket list that I really do want to do.
Okay, yeah, so I did this shortly after. I'm gonna have to go through my videos and see what kind of footage I have. I have not looked at the photos from my first competition. I don't even know how much of it I documented. I can't remember. But I ended up doing one show not right after this, but shortly after this. And then I did another show, and I think it was 2017. And that one I'll talk about in another video. My prep leading up to that and the decisions I made and how I prepped for that really actually hurt my health significantly. Competing is not something I have any interest in anymore. It's not something I would generally recommend to people that are interested in getting into fitness. Of course, I have many friends that are very much into competing and support them all the way in it. But for me, and for generally when I'm giving advice to people, this is not something that I recommend anymore. But this was a bucket list thing. I wanted to do it, and I not only did it, but I did it twice. And of course, I did a lot more with powerlifting as well. So that one's cool to look back at.
Okay, and number 5 on my bucket list.
I just noticed the Live Strong band. Who had a Live Strong band back in the day? And who remembers feeling so insanely uncool and out of the cool kids club if you didn't have one? I actually got a counterfeit one because if I remember, I don't think I was even able to find a genuine one, so I found a counterfeit one that was like really shiny, and somebody called me out on it being fake, and that was one of the more mortifying days of my, okay, maybe not one of the more mortifying days in high school, but that was not a fun day, getting called out on the counterfeit Live Strong.
I actually would say that would be to have a YouTube partnership. Obviously nowhere close to that yet. Included in that is the fact that I want 10,000 subscribers. 10,000. And that might seem like a weird thing to have on a bucket list, but here's my thought. I'm getting into the fitness industry, and I'm realizing just from the support that I've gotten from my first video, it really does mean a lot to me, and I think that this could be a great...
So real talk, I got very, very lucky. Look at the views on this first video. Hold on, can you see this? Look at the views here. 48,000 views on that first video. And I'm going to watch that one another time. I don't... Even just the title has me cringing. I swear. I wasn't like muscle mommying back then. There was some dude at the gym who was like, hey, you should show your progress. Like, do some flexing updates so you could actually see yourself over time as you progress. And so I did that, and my very first video popped off. And yeah, there are some funny implications to that. Just, I have a feeling because of the way I titled that, I wasn't really thinking that through, and I kind of think maybe some of those views are why I got some of the very strange DMs that I got shortly afterwards. But I got very, very lucky. Real talk here. I got very, very lucky with my YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel popping off changed the course of my life so significantly. I can't even put into words my gratitude for this becoming something that I could actually do long term, even though I had to eventually step away for my health. Knowing that I have this space just means so much to me. So let's finish watching this. Let's go ahead and finish watching this, and I'll close this
Great
one up.
venue for me to share my ideas and experiences and really get them from you guys too, and see what works, see what doesn't, and I just want to help you guys. Alright, so that's the 5 things that I have on my bucket list, and I basically made this to ask you guys what you have on your bucket list. I mean, what are some things you want to do before you die? I don't want boring stuff. I want to know, what crazy out there things do you think you can really accomplish before you kick the bucket? Okay, so I'll keep you guys updated on how my bucket list goes, and as far as number 5, you'll be able to see how that one plays out on its own. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that one becomes a reality, because I think that one would be kind of the coolest. I'm pretty excited about that one. But I just wanted to thank you guys again for your support, and be expecting another progress or fitness video soon.
Hey, all right, let's go. So, okay. That was fun. I hope you guys had as much fun with this as I did, and I did not remember any of those. I didn't even remember that I made that video specifically until I went back into my oldest videos here, and that was fun. That was so fun. Man, it's wild because it feels like I left myself this little time capsule, and I wasn't really even intending on doing that exactly. Like, it's crazy. That Mr. Beast video where he made a video for himself 10 years in the future, that happened in 2015. This was in 2012. And it's just so crazy to me that, of course, I wasn't explicitly trying to do that, but it gave me something to reflect on. And it's crazy for me to, like, I feel like through YouTube, I gave that gift to myself by just putting it out there. My goals with fitness now, if I were to say like out there fitness bucket list goals, are things more like have such control over my breath, I begin to have a higher influence of the world around me. Like it's mastering my body. It's not completing some thing. I would say one of the biggest things I realized when I stepped away was just how much of this fitness game for me is not about chasing numbers or looking any certain way. It's really about getting in tune with my body in a way such that it allows me to master the rest of my life. It's understanding first that our body is our temple, and if we respect this temple, if we pray to this temple, if we give all our love to this temple, that is what opens the doors to everything else in this world, and it makes fitness that much more exciting to me. And I've been afraid to come back because I feel like I've changed so much, but who gives a fuck, dude? Like, I could just keep posting into the void, and even if nobody watches it, this reflection is valuable for me. So that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm doing it. I hope YouTube, please help my old subscribers find me again that want to find me again, so we can reflect on the changes that we've gone through together. That is my hope. This was super fun and a test. So, like I said, let me know if this resonated with you in some way, if this got you thinking about how different your goals were in 2012 compared to now. How do you think about taking care of your body? That's what I want to know. And like I said, this comment section, this place here, YouTube was my home. Right as I started to try to make something for myself, it became my home. It became this gift where every year my favorite part, and I would do it over and over again. Even though back then I was so unhealthy, I would get sick from every flight that I flew on. My favorite part was flying out to meet you all in person and getting to hear your stories and hearing how my shares and my vulnerability and what I learned impacted you, and just this, gosh, I'm so grateful for what this platform gave me, so that's why I'm coming back now. And that's why I'm asking you these questions. I'm trying to deprogram everything I was told about what I need to do to drive engagement. Who gives a shit about driving the engagement? What this kind of reminds me of was something that I did when I went to Egypt back in February, which was I took a stack of my childhood photos and in the quiet of the temples and out in the sand and on the rooftops looking at the pyramids, I was looking at these childhood photos and just reflecting on what that little Chelsea would think about where I was now. And I think of even this video as something that I've left for myself in the future, and as a place where we can all leave these seeds for ourselves across time. And for me, being on this YouTube channel right now and beginning to go through these videos is like another layer of reflection. I'm going back to Egypt in late April. If you want to come, let me know. Find me somewhere, Instagram, wherever. Look, down there. Let me know. It's pretty last minute, but if you feel the call, you feel the call. And I intend to go to these temples in deep reflection. And this is just another tool for reflection for me. And I just feel so grateful for this space tonight. So I don't even know. Okay, I'm getting messages. I gotta turn my notifications off. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for being here with me. We're all gonna make it, bro.